What's up, good people? Welcome back to Stock Up. Let's do a recap on a crazy week. But first, I would like to say, for those of you that are not subscribed, you're missing out on a lot of money. I don't care how many other pages you're following. You need to subscribe to this page also and get multiple news from multiple sources so you can better make a conscious decision when investing your hard-earned money, right? So I'm gonna do a recap, try to fit a lot in, so I'm gonna read some stuff off this teleprompter right beneath, and so I don't miss anything. All right, first let's talk about what happened to Nikola. Nikola is a trucking company, a EV trucking company that the former CEO or whatever, Mr. Trevor, he just told a lot of lies. He did. He lied, and he got busted, and it caused the stock to tank. What we have to understand is when something happens in the industry, it causes the rest of the industry to suffer. I'm going to show you how, why actually. So he lied. He said the truck was doing a lot of stuff that it wasn't. I don't want to go into it. They allegedly put a truck on the top of a hill and pushed it down and just said, oh, look, this truck is doing well. That type of stuff, right? Had a partnership with GM or potential partnership with GM, and then that didn't work out. So all of that happened this week. And then what happened was the stock started to fall. When the stock started to fall, it also caused another electric vehicle trucking company, which is Hyln. It started Hyln to fall, right? And then Hyln, at this same period this week, does a call on the warrants. So I'm going to try to answer a lot of questions that a lot of you guys have been asking this week in this video. So the warrants, for those of you that have the warrants, what happens is by the end of this month, by the 30th, I would look at the 29th, but by the end of December, you have to exercise your warrants because they did a call on the warrants, right? You could either sell them for face value where they are now, or you could pay an extra $11.50 a share to exercise your warrants. So you have to have that extra capital or that extra money in your trading account, right? What you really should do is call your broker. Whoever you have a brokerage account with, you should call them, right? And so that's what's happening with Hyln. So you say, what do I think about Hyln? You know, I stand in front of everything. I was very bullish on Hyln pre-merger, and no one could have predicted everything that's happened. I believe it's one of the most punished, unfairly punished companies out there. I believe in Hyln. I have a ton of warrants and stock, so it's hurting me. I'm bleeding with Hyln right now, right? So anybody that you follow said that all they do is win every time, they're lying, right? Sometimes you'll get a stock that you get stuck in, and Hyln is my Achilles heel. But I'm going to come back to Hyln in a minute. So let's continue to move on to what happened this week. So then you have Ciic, right? Ciic, a company from the UK that make actually EV, they're in the EV space. It's also a SPAC, just like Hyln and Nikola, right? They make buses and vans, right? Cargo vans and buses. They have a deal going on with UPS, right? And that deal could grow. They build, you know, like Tesla build these giga plants, big plants. They build micro plants, so they could build plants really cheap, really fast. Okay, and so that means that they could go to other countries and start building. I really do like this company, but I also like Hyln. For those of you that's asking what to do with Hyln, so let me tell you another thing that happened at Hyln as it pertains to Ciic. Mr. Jim Cramer, that's on CNBC. With Hyln, when Hyln was like $24, $25, to me, I'm just saying this is what I think, so I don't want to get sued over here. I think he did a Hail Mary. I think that there's a lot of institutional crap that goes on. So what he did was he literally called Hylian down to $20 or less, which those of you that have it, you can see that's where it is. And just like he said it, just like he called it, Hylian began to fall, right? The CEO, Thomas Healy, he doesn't say much. I like him. I'm not throwing him under the bus, but it would be good if he came out and started doing some PR to help the situation of what's going on with Hylian. I just want to be quite honest and get out in front of this. But what happened was he did the reverse. Jim Cramer did the reverse for CIIC, right? A couple of days ago. Now, this week, he's bullish on CIIC because now he sees how these SPACs are performing. He hated SPACs at first, but now he sees how these SPACs are performing. And, you know, it's a force to be reckoned with, like Tesla. And so now CIIC is running up because Mr. Jim Cramer, shined a light on it. And so we're making a lot of money. So a lot of you ask, hey, what are you doing with your warrants? Or what are you doing with Hylian? I'm going to tell you that I have a ridiculous amount of warrants in Hylian. But I'm going to tell you what I did as of in the last 48 hours. I sold. So the first thing I started doing, I'm not telling you what to do. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I would do. But I will tell you that I'm holding my position in Hylian. Hylian is a 2021 move. I could tell you right now, I've been saying that it's long. And you if you're going to hold, just be prepared for the up and down roller coaster to the end of 2021. I think it'll be profitable at the end of 2021. We're almost there, right? But what I did with the warrants is I dollar cost average down at today's prices. And I kept dollar cost averaging down because I had warrants at a much higher price. So I kept buying these dips. And then what I did was I just kept buying the dips, and I kept buying the dips. Now I know everyone doesn't have enough money to do that, but this is what I did. So now my dollar cost average is way lower than what it is. I'm buying my way out. I'm just telling you on my warrants. So then I'm praying before the end of the year that the warrants get back up to $9.80-ish, $10. You know, I hope it, I know you guys going, really? I hope it goes way higher than that. But what I'm going to do, to be honest with you, I'm going to sell. I'm not going to exercise. I'm going to sell 3/4 of the warrants. And I'm trying to see how, and if it doesn't happen and I don't see it happening that way within another week or so, I might take a hit. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I might take a hit and roll that money over into CIIC. All right. Because remember, I still have the full shares of Hylian that I'm going to wait. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to limit my exposure. That's what I'm doing now. So it's like football. You could have a plan and then things change. The other team changes. Now you have to change your plan. You know, it's like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until you get in the ring and get hit. So we got to move and we got to bob and we got to weave. So I hope that answers some of you guys' questions on what I'm doing with Hylian. I like to be straight out with you guys and be transparent, right? And so that's what I'm doing with Hylian, right? But remember, good people, remember, you should not have more than 25% of your money in any sector, let alone stock. No more than 25%. So if you only have $500, if you got $500,000, you should not have more than 25% in one sector. So what I mean by that, into SPACs, that's a sector. EVs, that's a sector. Don't do it. It's just too much exposure, right? And you shouldn't have more than 10% of your portfolio into one stock. I always tell you guys, diversify, diversify, diversify. I had a gentleman that I was talking to the other day in person that's been following. He started following me, and he told me about someone else's page. And he says, yeah, I lost a lot of money because took all my money and invested in this stock. And I looked at the person that he was following page, and I clearly see where the guy was telling them to take profits. He was saying the same things I'm saying, diversify, but he didn't do that. And he said, so I've been following you, so I've been making a lot of money. And I looked at him in the eye and I told him, I'm going to fail you because you're not listening. You're a gambler. And for those of you that have an addictive, a compulsive attitude, investors not for you. If you're trying to get rich, you're trying to take all your money, I'm going big, I'm going home, you're going to go home broke. This is chess. This is not all in. So protect your money, good people. Protect your money. All right, I had to put that in there, right? Let's keep it moving. Let's go to Tesla. Tesla had a run. You know, it's getting added to the S&P 500, and it hasn't been yet, but it's been announced that it has. And of course, it's running. It's running like a bull. But on top of that, Goldman Sachs gives it a price prediction of $780. So Tesla's having a really good week this week, a really good week. And if you look at the price of Tesla right now, depending on when you see this video, you can see that there's money to be made in Tesla. So for those of you that are bleeding in Highland, even if you sold some money and rolled it into Tesla, and you say, hey, I can't afford Tesla. If you have a Robinhood, you can, because you could buy fractional shares. Remember, it's all about percentages, what you make on your money. All right. Wow. Then we had the U.S. We passed a bill that have the potential to delist some Chinese companies that invest in the U.S. stock exchange, right? And so what it is it's really all about accountability. We want Chinese companies to be accountable with their books and their numbers. They can't inflate the numbers, all right? We had a Chinese company that got busted for inflating their numbers, right? And so what we want to do is hold them accountable. And you say, oh man, why are you doing this right now? It actually protects your money. So if, let's say a Chinese company inflates the numbers, and then the truth comes out, they say they delivered, 500,000 vehicles and they only delivered 5,000 vehicles, then your money is going to be lost, because when the accounting does happen and they can't bag that up, you're going to lose your money. And so what it is just keeping everything fair. Having said that, it is mostly unlikely that it's going to happen. And for those of you that's in Nio, I'm going to make a bold prediction. Hold Nio and buy the dips. Nio, the CEO of Nio, is already aware of this and are already working on things to be in compliance. And they have a period of something like 3 years, right? So the bill that got passed is just to say, hey, this is what we're going to do if you don't get your books in order, right? And they have time to do that. And I believe Nio is going to do it. And I believe Nio is going to pull through. I believe those of you like me that are buying some of these dips in Nio, you're going to make money, right? And so that's a recap of this week. I know it's a lot. You can rewind this video and look at any other portion for those of you that's new, that you want to get more information. But I hope this has been helpful. And I might start doing this here and there at the end of the week on Saturdays. For those of you, if this has helped you any, please hit the like button. And for those of you that are looking for new stock, there's a lot of stock that's happening in other industries. 5G is not happening this year, but next year. So I'm looking out for some more new stock there. I'm also looking for some penny stock. So you want to hit the like button, you want to hit the subscribe button, and you want to hit the notification bell, and you want to hang with your boy. I almost said Eddie Kane. For those of you, 5 Heartbeats, check it out. Love that movie. Okay. Hey, good family. Love you as usual. Live, love, laugh, and learn.